Rodcast Show.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Rodcast Podcast Show. Alright, guys, so today on the show, we got the homie Ramon. Now, me and Ramon go way back, all the way back to 2012, which is when we met freshman year in high school. And so this episode is kind of it's gonna be one of those chill episodes because I kind of already know what Ramon does, because Ramon is one of my closest friends. So, I mean, I kind of already know what it is he does, but I just had him on the episode to share his story on what it is he does so you guys can hear it. This is going to be a super chill episode, so thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing on this podcast and on the previous episode that I did with the homie Alec. For those who heard the very first episode of this podcast, you guys know that it was with my homie Joe, and we had some audio difficulties and whatnot, but that podcast is still up on here, but it's not the greatest audio. So me and the homie Joe did another podcast, but this time we had no audio difficulties. He will be on the show next week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Alright, guys, so coming up on this interview this chat, not really an interview, coming up on this chat with Ramon, I'm going to talk to him about his new company called 900 Production and what exactly it is he does. For those who know him personally, I'm going to talk to him about his style and what exactly inspired him to be so stylish. And here's the big one. I'm going to talk to him about vintage productions from the beginning to the end. We didn't cover every single aspect of the vintage era, but we got a pretty good amount in this podcast, so I'm excited for you guys to hear this. For those who don't know what Vintage Productions is, then stay tuned and then you will. Alright, guys, so one last thing before we get started with this chat with Ramon. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Roddy Blaze. We're almost at 400 subscribers, so let's get it, man. We're almost at that 400 mark, so man, I'm super excited for that day when we finally reach 400 subscribers, man. It's gonna be a good day, my boys. Hey! And I did mention Vintage Productions earlier, so be sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel if you guys want to see what it is that me and Ramon are going to be talking about in this podcast. Head over to YouTube and go and search Vintage Production with no S, just production. So Vintage Production. There you will see a bunch of short films that me, Ramon, and a bunch of other friends did in high school. So you guys know what it is we're talking about when we talk about Vintage Productions in this podcast. All right, guys, here we go. Here is the chat with Ramon. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it. Woo! All right, here we go. Why are you laughing already?
Can't smile?
I haven't said anything. All right, guys. So today we got the one and only. I said that for everybody, man, but that's because there is only one and only of each person, isn't there?
That's true. Everybody's different.
Yeah, so
in their own way.
Yeah, so I'm not wrong when I say the one and the only. We got Munchies 104.
Yeah, that's me.
Anyway, guys, all right. Real talk. All right, guys, so today we got the homie Ramon right here on the podcast. How you doing, sir?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Dude, I'm chilling, man. Dude, here we go, man. Like,
first of all, let's just talk about how beautiful this day is. Like, this is the most beautiful Sunday. No, that's not Sunday.
Today's Thursday, man.
Oh, shit. All right, continue. Yeah.
Continue. You're the one that started saying about this day and whatnot.
You're right. But yeah, how you been up to? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Hey, for real, man, it's been a while, man. I mean, we have each other on,
yeah, I mean, we see each other.
Yeah, we talk to each other on social media. But, like,
that's what I hate when you go up to someone and he's like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever, but like you kind of know what they've been up to because you've just been friends with them on fucking Instagram and shit.
Yeah, that's all like
so therefore you don't have to say anything. You're like, I know what you've been up to.
You don't gotta be like, so what you been up to?
Yeah,
like, I know what you've been up to, man. But we're here to talk about it though. Like, we're here to talk about it like to everybody else listening. Even though I know exactly like what you do, like, I'm still gonna ask you, what do you do, man?
All right, well then I'll tell you what I do.
All right. So before we get started, we got to take care of some business real quick.
Yes, sir.
So we would like to give a shout out to the person that made this podcast happen.
Oh, Lori?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
Hey,
Lori.
all right. So shout out to Lori for making this happen.
Yeah, pretty much, for linking us together.
Linking us together?
Yeah.
What do you mean linking us together? Like me and you?
Yeah. Because of her, we're doing this right now.
Oh, so what should I say, man? You're trying to say that if I hit you up and said, hey, man, you want to do the podcast, you would have said no?
Yeah. It's 100%.
All right. Respect. I gotta
it's just because of her, I'm doing this right now.
Hey, in that case, shout out to Lori for making this happen.
Yeah, shout out to Lori.
All right, so here's the story. So Lori was live on Instagram, and I hopped on there as I normally do, and then Ramon hopped on there, and I was like, "What's up, Ramon?" And I was like,
and then Yeah.
Then and there, I was like, hey, this probably isn't the best place to ask you, man, but I want you on my podcast.
And I was like, Lori, should I be on this podcast? And what she said?
She's like, yeah, you should, so I can listen to it. And I was like, hey. And she's like, all right.
That was a green light.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. So here we are.
We're here.
We're here, man.
And by the way, you're doing a really good job on your podcast. Like the last 2 podcasts you're putting out there, or how many did you put out there?
I have 2 right now, but the first one was like the audio was kind of bad, but I've had 2.
No, yeah, I'm just really impressed by you because like the way you're structuring everything, you're such a good host, and not only that, you're really again, you have all these notes and prepare the right questions. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. I try my best, man. Because man, like I came into this prepared, man. I came in hard. I'm coming in hard, man.
I'm coming in hard, raw, like everything.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. Anyways, man. So we're gonna take it back a few years. All right. Ready to go down memory lane? All right, man. So for those who don't know, me and Ramon actually met in high school in 2012, right? 2012. We met freshman year, right? Yeah. So that's
2012.
Yeah, because that's when we in August of 2012. That's when we started. That was when we started school freshman year.
Gotcha,
and then those months. That's when we met.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So we met in 2012, and we were freshmen in high school, and we kind of met because like we both kind of like doing videos. Remember?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was super. Honestly, I don't exactly remember. Wasn't it Abraham the one that connected us together?
Yeah, because I remember because I met Abraham first, and then I would tell Abraham about my brother. You know how he made music and whatnot. And like he wanted to do my brother wanted to do a music video, and then that's when he told me he's like, oh, well, Ramon, you know he likes doing videos, and then that's when he kind of introduced us, and I was like, hey man, you want to do a video or are you down to do a music video or whatever? And then that's when I got your Facebook. Back when that was like the only social media people had. Yeah, so then I would be telling you like, hey man, you done do a music video? Then that's when you started like showing me all your little videos that you used to do by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, because you were one of the first people I ever met that was like interested in video or anything. Yeah, anything like you, and then you were down for whatever. You know, like we'll do it. Like if we thinking of an idea, we're like, fuck it, let's just do it. You know, so you were the person that I could like actually relate to. It was like, oh shit, we have like a common interest. Yeah, you know, from there it kind of sparked.
Yeah, I remember seeing your what was it? I think it was called Orange.
Oh yeah, I did this video called Orange, and I record nothing but orange things.
Yeah, or like everything else is like discolored, and then like the color orange is like the one that pops.
Yeah, that was like a film festival thing.
Yeah.
I did that video back in the day. I was kind of proud of it. It's actually pretty cool looking.
It's on private right now, isn't it? Or?
I think so. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I haven't even checked.
I also remember Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I fucking love that song. So I made a video to it. Yeah. When I went to San Francisco, I went with the family. I shot a bunch of B-roll footage and then edited with some music, and I made Bojangles.
That sounds pretty cool, though.
I love that song.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. And then after that, well, I think it was then sophomore year came. I'm pretty sure it was sophomore year. I don't know if it was sophomore year or junior year, but that's when the infamous Vintage Productions was born.
That's where Vintage was born.
Was it sophomore or junior year?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a sophomore.
Like we were. I would think it was a summer between sophomore and junior or somewhere.
Yeah. I think it was the summer going into junior year. I think that's when it's. I think
that's when we kind of get up. We all got together and be like, damn, let's do something. Yeah, you know. And then we started meeting up every day after school. Oh man, it was like we were really like disciplined. You know, we were like, I thought to myself like. Thinking about it now, we were like the BuzzFeed back in the day. Yeah, we were get together, we make random videos, random topics, and we were just creating content. Like now, everybody say create content. We legit were doing it before anybody else was doing it.
For like literally every single day after school, we would go to your house. And, because you had like a little office in your house at your house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so every single day we would just sit down and be like, all right. Some days we had nothing planned. We'd just be like, hey, this is pretty cool. Let's just shoot this. Like,
and some days we were just writing ideas. You know. So I dig it. I like how we were so productive back then. And it set a really good foundation for me in my career. Oh yeah, and we're gonna get into that in just a little bit. But I remember you told me I still remember the message. I remember you told me like, hey man, I'm starting a production company called Vintage Productions and I want people like you in it. And I was like, oh shit, I was like, I'm down. I didn't know where it was gonna go. You were wet as fuck, huh?
Oh hell yeah, man. I was like, oh shit, I was like I'm part of something now. I was like, oh shit, you know, so I was like, oh hell yeah. So yeah, so you guys can actually go see all of our short films that we've done. They're on YouTube. Just search vintage space and then put a space and production. I still don't know why it's not productions.
I don't know. I was in high school. I was stupid. I don't know.
It's just called vintage production, not vintage productions. It's not a big deal, but
keep in mind it's all cringy shit. Like looking back at it, this is us like growing up. This is adolescence. You see us like through these videos. You see us like maturing to adults.
Yeah, because literally, I think there's only like one video, and it wasn't even a short film. It was like a random video that we did. I think it was just one video where I have a beard. The rest of them, like, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I'm freaking clean shaven and everything, and I'm like, damn. And I remember we would always like hit up anybody we could find and be like, hey, you want to be in our video? You want to be in our video? And so like slowly but slowly, we grew and grew. I remember in high school too, like starting junior year, people would be like, hey, what's up, vintage? Hey, I watch your videos, and I was like, damn. I was like, oh damn. Like I felt pretty good. I was like, oh damn, people actually watching our videos.
We felt pretty popular. For 1 second,
nobody else was doing that kind of thing.
Nobody was doing it, and then I don't know. I guess for me, it was a good learning curve. Huge. Like I learned more stuff. Like I should call it vintage era.
Yeah.
I learned more stuff in the vintage era than I did in film school because I did went to a professional film school and everything. But I learned more stuff when I was doing videos with you guys because it was all trial and error and just learning curves from there.
So like, okay, so when I met you, you were already like doing videos and whatnot, and you were even doing videos even before that.
Yeah.
And there's this video. I don't know if it's still on there. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this. It's called Spider-Man's a Stalker.
Oh yes, sir.
So, I did that. How old were you when you did that video?
I don't exactly know, but it was that transition between elementary and middle school.
See,
so that awkward stage.
Yeah, look at that. See? Yeah. So what is there something like specifically that like you saw or like you did or anything that made you be like, yo, I wanna make videos? Like
first of all, I always wanted to make videos because I grew up as like in elementary, I discovered YouTube, and I was super young for my age to even own a computer. But like my parents got me a computer when I was like super young, when I was in 5th grade. Oh, wow. And then I was very like tech savvy. And then I got, hold of YouTube, and there was like these OG YouTubers I used to watch named Freddie Wong. And these people were making real life video, like real life action video games, whatever. So for example, like Call of Duty, they made a real life version of Call of Duty. So guys with guns and muzzle flashes killing each other, special effects and stuff. And I thought that shit was really fucking cool, right? So I wanted to do that. I wanted to make videos, action videos, based off video games that I played. So I was pursuing that middle school, but not until high school I realized there's a name for it. And there's actually a career for it, and you can actually get paid good money. And that is called a film director. And once I heard that name, film director, or that job title, film director, I was fucking hooked. I'm like, shit, I want to be that. I want to do that shit when I'm older. So yeah, that's where I all started. But I don't know. It was just like, there was times where I didn't think it wasn't like a perfect, like, it wasn't a perfect love story where I touched the camera and I always want to, ever since that, I want to become a film director. No, it was like, okay, I did it for a while. Then I hopped to a different hobby. And I always tend to come back to video. It was always a thing I always fall back to.